was very, very popular. And then I believe it was the planning commission that said they, they'd like to see less of the swirliness, and that's where we kind of did the oh, not that one. That's the version 1.
That's not.
Yeah, and then that was the oh no, one more. Where did it go?
There's all 3 of them there. I like the middle one. You like the 3rd one the best.
Well, the 3rd one is not the final. The final, if you look at the last page, the final has less of the, or the second to last page. Jeff, go to page 15. It shows it next to everybody else's. It had less of the swirliness that, and it. So I originally liked the one that was the best with City Hall and the gazebo side by side, but to keep with tradition of the current gazebo, it was keeping the gazebo in the middle and offsetting the City Hall, and the offset of the City Hall allowed less of the curly cubes. I don't know the technical term.
Scrolling.
It would be that one right there next to the yes. So that would be the and these are just some package examples that we can add into, for return address on a label, or there's times where you're going to need a stamp or a seal or something. So that would be the branding package part of it. So 14. Yes, page 14. Simplify, clean up the lines of the gazebo, and lighten the background was the last suggestions. Any thoughts from your side? Well, technically both of them, because one is the colored normal version, but you get into a grayscale for mass copying, or print copy. That's what it looks like in grayscale. It's the same logo, but from a design standpoint, the one on the right is just a grayscale. So so that would be that's standard in any design feature now. So, and the thing is that the Civic Association wanted to get new banners printed for the Calathumpian Parade and everything else, but we can't get it printed until we have a decent scalable logo. So that was the whole push for all this, and it just kind of turned into, well, we should be following our own Bavarian theme with our logo. So. Well, in the interest of time, I will make a motion to approve the new logo. Okay. Now that we're on that, I kind of broke my own rule there. Is there any discussion?
I would like, just for one other option, is to get in your, whatever, page 14 revised logo. Get rid of the City Hall and get that other on the other side as well. You know what I mean? Get rid of the City Hall and get the other scroll on the left side also.
So that would be 2. That would be 2 up there.
Yeah, but the scroll is different.
Oh.
Yeah, the scroll. There's a lot more.
So there's a lot. I mean, just to kind of get a different option, different idea.
For some reason I don't care for the City Hall on there, but.
Oh, there's the city. There was quite a bit of discussion based on putting the city of on there, because originally it was not on there. However, because of for one, it's an official logo, so saying city of is more professional. But the amount of trouble, I guess, we have with differentiating from Biwabik Township to City of Biwabik and the amount of phone calls that come in on that basis was the reason behind that, but making sure city owns.
No, I like city hub. I said I don't like city hall.
Yeah.
Number 2 doesn't have city hall. Was there a second to your motion?
Yes. Yes. So we'll just bring it to a vote, and then if it fails, we'll go back to the unless there's any more discussion. Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to item 11, open public forum. If anybody wishes to address the council, please step to the podium. And
Yeah, I have some short things. As far as what came up as far as the donations at the meeting, $30,000 certainly was a very nice gesture on the part of the bank, Gilbert Bank. Just a suggestion, HRA and the EDA, particularly the HRA, is we've had one, but it's never been funded. I think EDA also at some point will be looking for funding. I would suggest that you really take a look at that as to earmarking that in some ways, perhaps splitting it, but that's your call. To the chief teacher, my understanding, and I addressed this to the mayor here, I understand there's some new money for CCTV out there, some new for cameras and so forth. Is that right? One of your crew indicated that there's some. But some apparent, has some new money not become available? Okay. To Jeff, has there been any further update on the school property in terms of is it when, if it's going to come up for auction, any idea when? The Sabbath Trail Pass, if I could, I'll take the initiative here. If I can get a copy of that Sabbath Trail Pass, I'll put it in the East Range Times so that people know that there is actually a pass and where they can get it. And Shannon, it's actually artwork, right? We could, we have something that we can have photoed. Okay. As far as when is our contract up with the planting, the state's contract as far as plants are concerned on Main Street? Okay, so do we have a plan in place to how we're going to take care of that with our own crew, how we're going to water it? Do we have the equipment and so forth?
it's being worked on right now.
Okay. If you look at the iWorks, and I know that you had a meeting here not long ago, maybe last week or so. If you looked at the report of iWorks, which there was a lot of stuff on there and so forth, but what's not there is how many hours. I mean, that was the whole idea here of being able to put some accountability here. I mean, if I were looking at this and judging this from a budgetary standpoint, I would say, why do we have 4 people? There aren't enough hours there to be able to definitively say, we've got 4 people and we can account for them. So the iWorks, and I supported the mayor, and I still do that. It's a very good tool. But at the same time, I'm hoping that whatever happened here in the meeting to train these people is reflected in the iWorks reports that come out on a monthly basis. Otherwise, when it comes to budgetary considerations, you really need to say, you know, 4 enough? Do we need another one? Maybe we can only get by with 3. Was the whole idea here, is to be able to get some accountability. And as far as the logo is concerned, I'll take the logo artwork and I'll put it in the East Ridge Times as just a little story so that we get some play on it.
Anybody else? Going once, going twice. All right, everybody's favorite motion. A motion and second to adjourn the meeting at 19:14. All in favor? Aye. Meeting is adjourned. Do you